Hi folks, it's Richard from Inclusive Driving. In this whiteboard video, we're going to talk about the Forwards Bay Park. Now, I can't really teach you how to do it using just a whiteboard, but what I want you to get out of this is a couple of ways of thinking about it when you actually come to do it. So let's draw some parking bays first of all. As always, not to scale. What we're trying to do is drive into there. You can already do that. You can already do left turns. So let's put some road markings on these parking bays just to turn it into a road. So let's put some giveaway lines on. So here, and what we've got now is this parking space would be the side of the road for traffic coming out of the junction. This side of the road is for traffic coming into the junction. This parking space here, we're going to imagine is the pavement, the footpath. Now, when you turn left, you normally have a footpath on your left before the turn, don't you? So we need to make room for an imaginary footpath. So let's put an imaginary footpath here. So to do your Forwards Bay Park onto the passenger side, the left side, we essentially want to check it's safe to move out. We want to move kind of to the wrong side of the car park to leave room for our imaginary pavement. And then quite simply, we're doing a left turn. Imagine there is already a car waiting to come out of this imaginary junction. See how that goes for you. We can do pretty much the same thing for a Forwards Bay Park on the right hand side as well. We'll just put some imaginary road markings in. I've forgotten what colour I was using for what. Blue and red, here we go. So some parking bays, this time on the right. Let's draw some imaginary road markings in. So this one becomes the pavement. Now this time, there isn't a pavement on the right hand side of you before the turn. We've already got, if this was a normal right turn, you would already be on the left side of the road. So we don't need to deliberately go to the wrong side because we're already far away from here. But again, quite simply, imagine there's a car coming out of this one. Imagine this is the pavement. And you're just doing a right turn. Now, just one more thing that I want you to think about. I'm going to redraw the diagram. And this is, why not park next to another car? Because often it's much easier to see the body of another car and you'll see if you're going to hit that car. This is particularly useful when you're reversing into a parking bay. Go next to another car because it's much easier to see another car than it is to be looking down at the floor trying to find a white line. Now, let's look at the position that our car is going to take. This is a car that is already parked. There we are. And I'm just going to make this just a little bit more equal to the other sizes. Let's try and make it to scale. Now, the position and the angle of your car as you go into this parking bay, if you're aiming for this one, you start off pointing in that direction. You as the driver are sitting in that corner of the car. As you steer in, you're now sitting in the same corner of the car. You've got to try and work out if this corner of the car is going to hit this corner of the car. And from the position of your driving seat, that's quite a difficult judgment call to make when you're a beginner. So I'd avoid that parking space. Let's consider this one. When we get that angle on, well, the car that we're worried about hitting is this one, and it's this corner. You're now worried about this corner hitting this corner. Well, because you're sitting here, you can actually look out the side window. You're no longer having to look out of the front window to see if you're going to hit this car. You're now able to look out the side window on your side and see if you're going to hit this car. So much easier. And the same principle works for parking on the left, parking on the passenger side. So there's the car that's already parked. If you try and go into this one, the angle you've got is you're still using the front window to try and see if this corner of your car is going to hit that corner of the existing car. So again, you may not be able to see the bonnet, particularly if you're shorter. So don't go for that one. Go for this one. When the car is at the angle, well, actually you can see this corner of the car now through your side window. Much easier to visualize it. So there's just a couple of tips. As I said, I can't exactly teach you how to do the Forwards Bay Park without being in a car, but have a think about these things when you're having a practice with your instructor. I hope that's been useful, and we'll see you on another video very soon.